Hey health seekers, it's Kate Shemirani here, natural nurse in a toxic world, and I am indeed a nurse, a registered nurse on the register. I'm an independent nurse prescriber, 35 years in total, and I'm a personal nutritionist. I still work as a nurse, yes I do, and I also work as a personal nutritionist. So today we're going to talk about this COVID-19 test that celebrities and politicians everywhere are having and telling us indeed that they are positive. That very test has an 80% chance of you having a false positive, and that can have catastrophic consequences. With the new laws that are passed, you can be taken from your home and placed in a detention centre based on that 80% false positive. Very scary. So let's go through what that test is. Exosomes. Exosomes are the same as viruses, according to Dr. James Hidroth. Now, other people are saying the same. Dr. Kaufman, brilliant. Dr. Shiva, and many other people are saying the same. Many other doctors. So let me just tell you what DNA is. DNA provides a code for cells, for their activities. RNA converts that code into a protein for cell function. You need to remember that, guys. Remember, Wuhan was a test city for 5G. Mandatory vaccines came into China in December of 2019 and the 5G in the autumn of 2019. That's another thing to remember. Mandatory vaccines, December of 2019. Don't take my word for it. Go research this. All true. So of those people that were having all these symptoms where they couldn't breathe, they took 7 out of the 200 cases, and based on their symptoms that they were having, the experts diagnosed them with having a virus. So, what did they do? They collected fluid from the alveoli. That's all these little air passages, and it goes down to little sacs. So what they did was, they used a scope and they went into those sacs and they collected some fluid. And they collected other samples, bloods, etc. But they collected the fluid out of those little alveoli, those air sacs. They then sequenced that genetic material. That means they pulled it all in a line and looked at it. And then they rapidly developed a qualitative PCR detection. That means before they'd even proved a virus, they'd developed a test. Now, what you need to do to get a test to test for a virus, you have to purify and visualize the virus. They didn't do that. They took the RNA, not the virus. So let's look at exosome and COVID-19 under a microscope. I'm going to explain what they are. The sizes, going through all the different sizes, are identical. They're the same. There is no gold standard for that test. It wasn't done. No gold standard was done. They just developed that test before they'd proved any virus, because they haven't purified and they haven't visualized a virus. They've taken RNA. Is it sinking in? I hope it is. So no gold standard was done for that COVID test. Now let's just talk a minute about an exosome. You'll look at my rubbish drawing here. Exosomes, I hope you can see this. That's supposed to be a cell, and that's an exosome, and that's supposed to be a skull and crossbone. When toxins are in your body, your cells, they don't want those toxins to go through the cell membrane and into that cell because they'll kill it. So what it does is those little exosomes, they come out of the cell and they suck up like a little sponge all the toxins. So exosomes are part of your immune system. The virus is fully an exosome in every sense of the word. I know you're getting this. Exosome is exactly the same size as the COVID-19, and it has the ACE2 receptor on both of them. They're one and the same, and the test that they did for it didn't look to purify and visualize the virus. No, which would be the exosome. They looked at the RNA. What would make these exosomes come out of your cells? This is interesting. Toxins. That would be toxic air, toxins in your food, toxins in your environment. That's what you put on your skin. Toxins in the water. Toxins can also be electromagnetic field. Stress and fear. How many people are terrified running around with masks on? And let me just tell you something. These exosomes are so small, they go through your mask, so your mask's pointless. Cancer. Cancer makes exosomes come out. Injuries. Any injuries. Asthma. Immune responses. Infection and diseases all will make the exosomes come out of your cells. And those exosomes are there to stop the toxins going in. If they don't, the toxins go in, your cell dies. So these are part of your immune system. And of course, everybody's going to test positive. Look at all these things that release exosomes. So now you understand that this test is not testing because they didn't purify and visualize the virus. They took RNA. There's going to be RNA always in your systemic circulation, always. So folks, I hope that clears it up for you. That test is a test that nobody should be having. And let's just remember who really wants to be the person who is in charge of the mass testing for the entire population of the UK. Tony Blair. Tony Blair himself, the war criminal.